93 Boxing, I'm back with a quick video. Adrien Broner made a few statements which are quite interesting and I would like to give my thoughts on it. Let's go into those statements. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get the victory. I just feel like I'm on a different level. Everyone Mikey has put down has been at 135 pound and under. I've already been a champion there. After this fight, I think he's going to go back down to where he belongs, in the lower weight classes. When I beat him, I hope I get my dudes. This guy that he's punching at 135 and down, I like to see what happens if Maidana hits one of those guys or if I hit one of those guys. Give me all 36 opponent and then I'll give him all of my opponents. I'll be 36-0, 36 knockouts. Adrien Broner's statement. Oh yeah, he also says, let's see what his record will be after giving him Adrien Broner's opponent, right? Hey, that's what Adrien Broner's saying about Mikey Garcia. Now, I agree with him. I've been agreeing with him. Mikey Garcia hasn't really beaten anyone that you can think of. I mean, Salido, but Salido ain't all that. I know he beat Lomachenko. On the record, he beat Lomachenko, but damn, man. Adrien Broner was having all this hype. Remember, I felt like he was an overrated fighter back then, but I never thought of him as a bad fighter. I thought he was a really good fighter, honestly. May even be one of the best. I still think if Adrien Broner puts it down, he's definitely one of the best fighters out there. He's just not making weight, not doing the things right, and also like not in the right weight division. 147 is not for him, at least not right now. Adrien Broner, right? He was going through some of these guys. You know, when Mikey Garcia was fighting, he's actually fighting like lower level oppositions. Let's be honest, at least compared to Adrien Broner. Mikey Garcia has a high reputation because of this. He's been knocking out lower level competition. This is not to say that he can't knock out high level competition. We just have to wait and see. In sports, you're shit until proven good. That's just how it works. If I go into a certain sport, I have to prove myself. They're not going to think, oh, you're good until proven shit. They're not going to put me in the #1 ranking if I haven't proven anything in the sport. I have to prove myself first to even be considered good. Mikey Garcia hasn't really proven himself on the higher level. And Adrien Broner, in my opinion, hasn't really beaten anyone that was... Actually, no, he has beaten some good fighters. Like, he hasn't beaten elite fighters, but he has beaten Emmanuel Taylor, who's a decent fighter. John Molina Jr. I think there's another fighter I can't think of. I forgot. I mean, actually, Ethiopian's a good fighter, actually. Underrated. I mean, look, he had a competitive fight with Danny Garcia. Then he had Adrian Granados, who, again... He's a good fighter as well. He's not an elite fighter, but he's a good fighter. Adrien Broner is really good, man. Honestly, if he shows up, if he shows up, I think he could beat Terence Crawford. I'm not joking. I know people are going to disagree with me on that. I know if he shows up is a big if, because we've never seen Adrien Broner show up since a long time. And even against people like Maidana, where I thought he really showed up in the late rounds, he wasn't really doing the best things for himself. I'm telling you, if he does... And I think one day he might. And if he does, he might beat Terence Crawford. If this is a big if. Otherwise, Terence Crawford will beat the shit out of him. Like, Terence Crawford is more consistent. Does shit right. Does everything right. Doesn't fuck around. Just a good all-rounder guy. Can do pretty much everything a person can do in the ring. But yeah, back to Adrien Broner, okay? If Adrien Broner never fought a Maidana, if he never fought a Porter, he would be undefeated. He would have still had the hype that he had before he lost to Maidana. He really would have. And this is what I'm trying to say. Adrien Broner is not... like we don't know if Mikey Garcia, if he would beat Maidana. Robert Garcia is saying that Mikey Garcia is more skilled and hits harder than Maidana. We just have to wait and see about that. Do you think Mikey Garcia would be Sean Porter? Is he as durable? Like, what would happen if Mikey Garcia gets hit with by Maidana with them fighting gloves? Right? That's the thing. And you know why people are thinking that Mikey Garcia will easily beat Broner? Mikey Garcia will knock him out and all that. It's hype. That's all it is. It's hype. Mikey Garcia may end up knocking out Broner, but it's not an easy fight. We've seen Broner lose. If he never lost, if he never fought Maidana, understand, if he never fought Maidana, he would have pretty much beat Adrien Broner still. but his hype will still be there. Now all of a sudden the hype is gone, and people don't see Adrien Broner as a top fighter, like an elite fighter. If Marcos Maidana beat Adrien Broner, Marcos Maidana would beat loads of guys. I actually think Marcos Maidana would beat Sean Porter. Marcos Maidana would beat fucking... he might have even beat Keith Thurman. He has a better jab than Keith Thurman. They both are weak to the body. Maidana's been up there with guys that are fast, guys that are, you know, really good with experience. You know, Marcos Maidana, in my opinion, the one that showed up to Floyd in both fights, was just tremendous. He would have beat Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence would have probably got him due to the bodywork, but at the same time, man, I actually don't know. I still think Maidana could have beat Errol Spence. That's a 50-50 fight again. Maidana versus Garcia. Can you imagine? Like, Maidana would have beaten loads of guys, man. Adrien Broner was walking forward while Maidana was hitting him, and he jumped 2 weight divisions above. Give him some credit, man. Give him some credit. Adrien Broner is underrated, man. He's underappreciated. I mean, obviously he does fuck around a little bit. Actually, no, not a little bit. That's an understatement. He fucks around a lot. But, you know, he gets too much criticism for his losses. That's really what I have to say, man. He gets too much criticism for his losses. I don't see Mikey Garcia beating Maidana at 147. I don't see fucking him beating Sean Porter at whatever catch weight it was. Adrien Broner is actually an underrated boxer as well. He just has to let his hands go. He just has to move around. I mean, he outboxes shit out of John Molina. And John Molina ain't as skilled as Mikey Garcia, but still, John Molina fought at a higher weight division. He has dropped Lucas Matisse. So he's got some pop as well. And he kind of didn't really fight the way he should have fought. He fought like shit, to be honest. But still, man, I feel like Adrien Broner's going in this fight. This will be a competitive fight. This might end up being the fight of the year. If Mikey Garcia is as good as people are saying he is, this will end up being the fight of the year. And I'm very serious on that. Otherwise, we just have to wait and see. I don't actually think Mikey Garcia can be durable enough to take Broner's punches. Seriously, like, you know, Mikey Garcia, right? Yeah, even if he hits as hard as Maidana, he's no way he's going to be more durable than Marcos Maidana. Even though Maidana can get hurt from the body shots, he was a 147 fighter. He was getting hit by bigger guys than Mikey Garcia was fighting. Mikey Garcia's been down at like 130, 135, right? Man, Broner's underappreciated. Don't underestimate Adrien Broner. It's one thing to say Mikey Garcia will win, but don't think he's going to just completely destroy Broner. That's not going to happen. He might destroy Broner after a competitive fight. Like, it might go competitive for like a certain amount of rounds, but then he can score a knockout. But it will be competitive till it lasts. And if it lasts 12 rounds, it lasts 12 rounds. If it lasts for a knockout, it lasts for a knockout. But it'll be competitive, man. Let me know what you think. 93 Boxing, I'm out. 93 Boxing, I'm back with a quick video. Adrien Broner made a few statements which are quite interesting, and I would like to give my thoughts on it.